Seneca was a Unadilla-class gunboat built on behalf of the United States Navy for service during the American Civil War. Seneca was outfitted with guns for horizontal fire as well as with 2 howitzers for bombardment of shore targets. With her crew of 84, she was assigned to the Union blockade of the Confederate States of America. Commissioned at New York City in 1861, one of the 90-day gunboats, Seneca, the first United States Navy ship to be so named, was built at New York City by Jeremiah Simonson and launched on the 27th of August 1861. She was commissioned at the New York Navy Yard on the 14th of October 1861, Lieutenant Daniel Amin in command. Her executive officer was John G. Sproston of Maryland. Civil War service, North and South Atlantic blockade operations. On the 5th of November 1861, Seneca and 3 other Federal Union gunboats engaged and dispersed a Confederate squadron near Port Royal, South Carolina. 2 days later, she took part in the capture of Port Royal, which proved to be an invaluable Union naval base throughout the remainder of the Civil War. For the 9th 12th, she took part in the expedition which took possession of Beaufort, South Carolina. On the 5th of December, she participated in the operations about Tybee Sound to help seal off Savannah, Georgia. The next day, she was in sight during the capture of schooner Cheshire, entitling her crew to share in prize money. From January 1860 to January 1863, Seneca's area of operations extended from Wilmington, North Carolina to Florida. On the 27th of January 1863, she took part in the attack on Fort McAllister, and on the 1st of February she participated in a second attack. On the 28th of February, in the Ogeechee River, she supported Asmontic in the destruction of privateer Rattlesnake, the former Confederate warship USS Nashville. In July 1863, she was one of the vessels in the attack on Fort Wagner. She later returned via Port Royal to the New York Navy Yard, where she was decommissioned on the 15th of January 1864, reassigned to the North Atlantic blockade. She was recommissioned on the 3rd of October, Commander George Belknap in command, and was assigned to the North Atlantic blockading squadron. On 24-25 December, Seneca took part in the abortive attack on Fort Fisher, and from 13 to 15 January 1865 she participated in the successful second attack which finally captured that southern coastal stronghold and doomed Wilmington, North Carolina, closing the Confederacy's last major seaport. One of her crewmen, Chief Boatswain's Mate Othniel Tripp, was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in that battle. On the 17th of February, she was in the force which attacked Fort Anderson and captured it 2 days later. Post-war decommissioning. At the end of the war, Seneca returned to Norfolk, Virginia, where she was decommissioned on the 24th of June. The ship was sold on the 10th of September 1868 at Norfolk to Purvis and Company. United States Navy. List of United States Navy ships.